Okay, so I've got the Densurefit. I've got my dentures, which I have cleaned with soap and water. I've completely dried them, and then I have let them sit out to dry on their own. As you can see, it's completely dry. I took out anything, all the adhesive I had in here, anything that I had in here, I took it out, which came out very easily. As you can see, inside the box, you get 2 tubes of the Densurefit silicone. You get the primer, and you get 2 swabs for the primer to be used inside the denture. So I'm going to show you the application process, which is very quick. It is 6:23 on the money, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So you want to open the primer, and this is after you have washed and dried and let sit out your denture. You want to go ahead and dip the swab in completely, take it out, and close the primer lid. This stuff evaporates, so you have to close the lid before it evaporates. And then you're just going to cover the whole palette with the primer. You want to make sure to get the edges, the palette, the trough, and you want to make sure you're very generous with this, because this can, this is what allows your silicone to stick to the denture. I'm going to get the edges. And I'm just going to go over it until there is nothing left on the swab. Now, when you put the swab in the primer, it swells up very quickly like a sponge. You do not want to double dip your swab, okay? You don't want to double dip your swab. Now, your saliva will wash away the primer, so if you have to go in a second time to do any adjustments, you are going to want to take your second stick, dip it in the primer, and go over it again. Okay, I've covered it. All of the primer that's in the stick is gone now. My denture is completely primed. I'm going to go ahead and let that sit for a minute, so that is fully primed. Okay, so the primer's been on there for 2 minutes. I let it dry for 2 minutes. Actually, it's 2.5 minutes. And it looks like it's completely dry. As you can see, it's got a little sheen on it, but that's the primer itself. It's not wet. See, it's not wet. And so at this point, it's the silicone that you need to apply. Now I'm going to start off with just the one syringe, and I'm going to apply the entire thing, because this denture does not have any silicone on it at all. Now comes the most satisfying part of this whole thing, and that's twisting this to click. Now you see there's arrows. You need to twist it in the direction of the arrows until it clicks. And there's the click. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply one vertical line in the center. I'm going to apply another vertical line to the side, another one to this side, and the remainder will go into the trough. This is going to be my baseline now, guys, because it's been a while since I've had the hard reed line, and I've got quite a bit of gapping in the trough, so I feel like I'm probably going to need some additional, and that's what the second syringe is for. So I'm just going to go ahead and start this, because once it mixes in the tube, that's it. So I'm not going to do any talking during this process. I'll try and show it to you, though, as I'm doing it. So you want to squeeze it, and you'll see it coming into the syringe right there. And it's mixing the two sides together, and that's what creates the reaction of hardening. And that will do it. Now I'm going to put it in my mouth and use the thumb technique. I'm going to check my bite. Very lightly. Bite's good. Now I'm going to hold for 4 minutes. Okay, so that's been 3.5 minutes because it was 30 seconds. Then I checked my bite and then I held it again for 3.5 minutes. And this is actually the first time, guys, that I've done the application vertically. When I first got the product and first did the application, which you'll see in some previous videos a little bit earlier on, I did 3 lines across, which was the original way of actually posting that, or applying it rather. This time, we've adjusted the application process and did it vertically, and I could feel right away that it spread so much better. So I have a feeling I'm gonna have almost perfect suction. I'm about to pull it out and see how the suction is. It feels really good, but I'm kind of gagging a little bit because there's a lot of excess in the back. Wow, that was really, really good suction. And not, yeah, I got a lot of excess, so I'm gonna bring the camera down. Okay, so I have the camera and I have quite a bit of excess I need to trim off. In the front too, I have quite a bit of excess to trim off. But this should be easy to trim off, so I have my little scissors and I'm just gonna go ahead and trim. Guess I'll start in the back. And it's not lifting. The primer's on there real good. You know, my problem is lifting on things that I try to put in my mouth. I don't like that. Now I'm trimming this in a tapered angle because I really want there to be a little bit over the top ridge. I like that. It's a much more secure fit. I'm doing like a tapered cut because I don't want to cut too much over the edge. I kind of like it when it goes over the edge like that. I've said that already, but just saying it again. You know, if it's tapered, then, you know, it'll stay on there. You won't have to worry about lifting. There we go. Got a lot of that excess trimmed. I'm just going to take a little bit more excess right here. Okay, I'm going to try and put it in my mouth. Oh, wow. That feels really good, guys. I mean, that feels really good. Not gummy. Got good suction. Good suction, but it still comes up in the back. But I got really good suction. Like I feel like I could eat this way. If I just hold it a little bit on the back with my tongue, I feel like I could eat this way. Like it feels really good. I like this. Yep, feels good. 2 thumbs up for Densurefit. Thank you so much. It was really awesome. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave them down at the comments below. Thank you so much, you guys. Take care. Peace.